Thousands of people visit USS Midway every year, but today the ship had a very special visitor, one of the first sailors on board back in 1945.
This used to be the division officer's office.
This is his original suit.
Ed Stankowski joined the U.S. Navy in 1942 and served through World War II. Before his tour ended, he was part of the first crew aboard the USS Midway.
Well, I got assigned to it in February, and it was under construction, so I didn't get to see too much of it. I was driving my captain around.
Stankowski says once the ship was finished, he was part of its maiden voyage.
We took a shakedown cruise to the Caribbean island, Cuba and stuff. And we came back, they put it in dry dock because there's some bugs that they had to remedy.
Stankowski says he remembers the food served on board was pretty good.
That was the best food I had in the Navy.
On this boat?
Yeah.
The Midway was in service until the early 1990s, and Stankowski says a lot has changed since he was on board.
The first thing I noticed is the change of the plane. It's interesting, things have changed quite a bit. Even the flight deck is different.
Stankowski lives in Wisconsin, and he didn't make this trip alone. Some of his kids, grandkids, and a great-grandson were all with him.
We just lost our mother now, January, and I thought this would be a way to kind of sweeten things up a little bit. I said, we'll take you to San Diego. That was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He says, no, I'm not going. Well, 7 o'clock in the morning, next morning he's calling, when are we leaving?
You came on board in 45.
Now 97 years old, this was Stankowski's first time seeing the ship since leaving the Navy in 1946.
See that they folded the wings for save space.
His family says this is a memory they'll never forget.
A little bit heart-wrenching. You know, I think Pa even had a tear in his eye. He's just kind of a tough nut.
Stankowski was a radio man while on the Midway.
I was receiving and sending messages about international Morse code.
Something his great-grandson had a chance to try out himself. Although he was reluctant to come at first, Stankowski says the trip to San Diego was worth it.
I enjoyed seeing all this. But I didn't expect all this publicity.
Matt Hoffman, KPBS News.